Every year we start watering the plants earlier and earlier. I don't know what is going on with the weather, but we don't experience that much rainfall lately. And I have no idea what to do with this, because it occupies a good portion of time to water the plants and even to collect the water from the well. It really troubles me, because if you have watched previous videos, you know that at times in April we have floods. And what is going on right now, I have no idea. The winter was pretty dry. We didn't have that much snow, and the snow that we had in April it wasn't enough. Everything is completely dry, and right now when I have to plant everything, I need to water the plants as well, because if you plant the seeds into the soil, it dries up pretty quickly and they do not sprout. And they sprout only on the condition that you water the soil regularly. Well, at least that's something that we need to do. And even watering potatoes, it will take much time for them to sprout. Well, for now, I really need a good portion of water. I thought that maybe I need a couple of buckets and nothing and not more, but I just see that I need to water a lot of plants, including the polar tunnel, which is so dry, and the plants that I have already planted there, they just don't like it at all. Yeah, that is actually the best container I've ever bought, because it's easy to move it around. It is for 300 liters of water, and that is actually enough for the day, maybe for a couple of days, depending on the amount of plants I need to water. I'm going to create a natural fertilizer for all of the plants. So for this I need a lot of nice, fresh and juicy nettle and water, and of course the fermentation process that is going to happen to the nettle. So this is actually the best place. Here we have a really nice soil that's outside our garden, and I'm going to get a lot of nettle here and then pour in the water and leave it for several days, and then of course use it. It's going to be a very nice, really nice boost for all of the plants that I'm planting at the moment. So the nettle is of this size at the moment, and that is the most ideal variant because it's not blooming or anything, and it's really juicy, but I just need a lot of it. I hope that I'm going to get enough for really nice syrup that it's going to get in the very end. I think that's gonna be enough for the beginning, because it's really small and I need to pick a lot of it, so I'm going to wait for a bit more time for it to grow. But there is a lot of nettle. I have started using it a lot for for the fertilizing of the plants, and I just love it. And it's easy, though you need several days for it to start the fermentation process, though it appears pretty quickly. You don't have to wait for that long, especially when the weather is really hot. During the day, it's going just to accelerate the process. I'm going to plant onion sets here. That is the patch that I always use for onion, because somehow it loves growing behind the polytunnel. Maybe because of the natural shade. It's actually a very nice soil, fertile, because I added manure in autumn. And I'm going to plant 2 varieties of onion sets. I don't need a lot really, so that's going to be just the patch for onion sets. But you also know that I grow extremely big bulbs of onion from seeds, so that is another thing that I'm going to do today. First of all, planting the sets, and then planting onion seedlings. And when I plant onion, that's going to be the second year in a row. I usually add a bit of ash and bone flour as well. I just see that the results are a lot better. I don't use a lot of it, and ash is like a natural component that comes from burning all of the wood that we use for heating. So that is the size of the onion I'm planting. I think like it's medium for me, though the second variety is a lot smaller. It looks like this, though if it's going to be, if the soil is full of nutrients, and if it's going to be pretty wet and rainy, then I believe that they're going to be of nice size. And here I'm going to plant onion from seeds. Actually, I chose the same place as last year, because last year I managed to grow some of the bulbs more than 600 grams, and it was something insane. And I believe that the support, as well as the varieties that I chose, were the part and parcel of the successful result that I got last year. And I've already prepared the seedlings. Just have a look at them, they're crazy. They're literally huge. And that is what I love. Just, it doesn't take that much effort to grow onion from seeds, and it allows you to choose really nice varieties. So I'm going to plant everything in here and hoping for some record breaker results in the end of the season. That is the first experiment. I just wanted to plant different varieties of strawberries, and that is the earliest harvest. Well, the berry is small, but I think we can grow it in bigger size, but it is such an enjoyment to taste the strawberries when it's still pretty cold outside. And I have another variety in here, so it's going to have like bigger ones, bigger strawberries, and I'm going to pick them and taste the first homegrown strawberries.